Hey guys, Treyhard here. We are going back into playing some Hogwarts Legacy. I appreciate y'all giving me a few minutes. I had gotten my shaker and started trying to mix up my W energy drink and realized I didn't put the shaker ball in there, so I wasn't getting very far. We're gonna dive right back in. I don't remember what we did last, actually. So this will be just a surprise for me as it will be for everyone else. What were we doing? I think we had just gotten bombarded. Pretty sure that's what we were doing. Yeah.
Confringo.
That's also not bombarded, but that's okay. It still made the pumpkin explode.
Bombarda.
Excellent wand work.
Oh,
Cast a spell
thanks.
just
Thanks.
like that.
Thanks. All right, let's look at our quests that we have available. Oh, yeah. We got the next one with Sebastian. Oh, our Thestral should be breeded by now. I assume that the half-hour time frame still applies when you're not in-game. Trying to think. This is probably the best spot. This little section is a little more confusing because it doesn't give you any sort of like depth to know if you're going to the right spot or not.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented fluke.
Yeah. Thank you for the oh so meaningful dialogue. Oh, we're going back to the Undercroft. Okay. I wonder if we get to learn a new unforgivable curse.
You'll never believe what I've...
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I don't know about this one. I mean, we did do what we had to do to get access to the information, though.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only
Hey,
option.
Peacemaker, I'm glad you're here,
I'm
man.
glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell,
I apologize
grants the
for not
holder the
streaming
power to
last night.
reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I'm gonna say we should tell Ominous. Like, he's already involved. Keeping it a secret, I feel like, is just gonna put us in a bad position with Ominous. So I got past the door. I'm not sure which door you're referring to.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
Okay, that's fine.
And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own
Are you
good.
talking about...
Ominous.
Aha!
We were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything.
No worries, rather
You
not say
swore
till I
you'd
know for
never
sure. Okay.
engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
I know Omnis is super worried. Now I understand
Ominous,
why.
Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Yeah, I don't think we ever found out what happened to Sebastian's parents. Let's get some
I
new
knew his parents
information.
died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spell book.
God, this is This is like the most conflicted I felt about a scenario in this game so far. We're gonna say the spellbook is concerning. Like,
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you
I don't think
understand.
there's a problem
I
with
hope
pursuing
Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you
information
think he
and
might,
knowing how to
please
use
let me know.
Salazar's magic.
It would mean a lot.
Like, I genuinely don't have an issue with that, but it's all about intention. But also, like, just because you have good intentions doesn't mean you can't cause horrible things to happen in the name of those good intentions. It's such a fine line. And I'm sure it's going to come to head. I'm sure some shit is going to go down with Sebastian that is going to make me regret every decision I made. Hello, Sebastian. Your robe's kind of messed up, buddy. What are you trying to cover up there? What is happening? Wait, I gotta get a front view of this. My goodness. Okay, whatever. Well, we have to wait for Sebastian's next owl. Let's go back to the room of requirement and talk to Deke, because our Thestral should have been bred by now. Secret rooms, room of requirement. If the door you were referring to, Peacemaker, is the door that requires you to use the Crucio curse either on Sebastian or yourself, yes, I did get past the door. But if there's another door, I've yet to see it at this point. And we're full on these right now. What does our potion supply look like? Let's see if we can brew a few more of these. Let's get some more Maximas going. I think we have room for 3 of those. I want to pick up this one, thank you. Sorry, I was grabbing Darren. Yeah, so did you learn the spell and did you hit him or get hit? I did learn the spell and I allowed it to be used on me. I think the Thestrals were up here, right? Yeah, I wasn't going to be the one using it on someone. Like, this was Sebastian's ambition. He's gonna be the one to fucking cast it. Okay, so we still have 7 minutes left on those. So that's an important note. Time does not continue moving in the game while you're gone. You have to be in-game for the 30 minutes to pass. Which is fine. Not a big deal. Let's go check on our other animals while we're here. Why are you all not eating at the automatic feeder that I put out for you, damn it? Come over here and be fed. We need to try to get some more of these purple toads. We need this. Jobberknoll, get out of my way. Be pets. Be pets. Give me your feather. Mooncalf, get out of my way. Mooncalf, be fed. I had the same. Also, Omni, I love you, bro, but what Sebastian is doing and how his parents are completely different things. Kind of fucked to say they are the same. What Sebastian is doing is far worse and on purpose. His parents died from an unfortunate accident. I agree entirely that what Sebastian is doing is significantly worse in every way. I think maybe the connection that he's trying to make, even though it's not a good one, is that they were putting their nose, quote unquote, where it didn't belong. Is at least the message that I received from that. But I think the circumstances are obviously vastly different. Mooncalf, be pet. Other mooncalf, be pet. Other mooncalf, be pet. And I think that's everyone. No, where's the other mooncalf and the toad? Here, let's bring them over here. Come over here and be fed. Where are you going? I bought this automatic feeder for a fucking reason. Be fed, damn it. Thank you. Okay, there's those. Let's go over to our hippogriff room. We might be able to go check on the Thestrals again with how long this has taken. Jesus. Now, if you fuckers aren't eating at your automatic feeder, I'm gonna lose my shit. You guys need to eat your fucking food. I forget that we don't have as many in here right now. We need to get us another unicorn. Oh, I'm sorry. No, come back. I need your resources. You come here. I already got yours. Okay. Damn it. You come here. Damn it, I did it again. I need them to have a different button for summoning these pets. Jesus. I'm just burning my potions. Do I have... Now, hold on. It says we have... Oh, yeah, because we have the hippogriff. Okay, I was about to say, it says we have 4 species in here, but... Yeah, we do have 4. We need more hippogriffs. We need 1 more unicorn, 2 more fweepers. Oh, we could go put our dodos in the thestral one. I get what he's trying to say, but man, I have trouble connecting those dots. I'm worried for Sebastian, but I mean, the curses aren't inherently evil, but in HP, they can have some serious drawbacks. See, here's my thing. At least about this scenario. I'm not saying in general, but in this particular scenario, I think Ominous is less concerned about the use of the curses and more so Sebastian becoming something different than what he currently is. Like him changing as a person by learning them and using them. That's the vibe I get, at least. I could be totally off base, but that's just, to me, what his issue may be. And like, the reality is, I understand where they're both coming from. I think caution is good, but I think also, like, the way it's presented by Ominous is not a good representation of, like, why you should be cautious in learning the dark arts, if that makes sense. Like, his concern seems to be more immature than, like, the way that I would view it, I guess. Because to me, it doesn't seem like a concern about Sebastian coming to harm. It seems more like a concern that he's just going to be different, and like, he probably will be different. I mean, knowledge changes people, and sometimes it's not for the better, but I don't know. I've got such mixed emotions. That's why I said, like, this storyline in general is the one that I have had the most struggles with in making choices. Let's see. You come here. Where are you? There you are. And you come here and be fed. Come eat, teeny tiny baby. All right, the pursuit of this knowledge will lead him down the route of a dark wizard like his family line. Yeah, like, to me, it's not even necessarily that. Like,
I should let Deke know.
when you know new information, it just changes how you view things, you know? And that's not bad. Like, new information should change the way you think. Otherwise, what was the point of you acquiring the new information, right? But I feel like it's more of like an abundance of caution in the sense of, like, having the knowledge on how to use dark magic means you're more likely to use it, and using it changes a person and could lead them down the path of dark wizard at that point. Like you said, they're not inherently evil, but if a person's going to use them for evil, they first have to have the knowledge of it and then use it, you know? Yeah, like, they also have the most choices, learn or not, as well as if you use it or not. And yes, information can change someone because power changes people, and power changes everyone. How you let it change you will ultimately define you. Yeah, absolutely. And, like, my fear and what I imagine coming into play, just because of what we know about Sebastian, his storyline so far, is that power, unintentionally, is going to be used to do something horrible. We just don't know what yet. Let's talk to Deke about our newly bred Thestral.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
Wait,
What do
why
you
is it
mean to
smoky
blame?
in here?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself before Tobbs found him.
Sounds like your master deserved to die. Jeez. That's what I want to say. I'm going to apologize to Deke, though. I'm glad the game read my mind.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story, and now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
I'll give another example, too, of why I think studying the curses and other dark magic, like the book and the movies and all the games and stuff, only focuses on the 3 unforgivable curses because they're like the worst things that you can do, right? But there's other dark magic out there that is arguably just as bad. But a good example that is highlighted in the book is that every single student who was in the Dumbledore's army knows the 3 curses and knows how to use them. Every single one of them. And
You should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
give me your hand-me-downs. Yeah, I could. Well, yeah, Moody's class, yes. Like, we saw that in the 4th book. But he only talked about, at least in the book and the movie, if I'm remembering correctly, the Cruciatus curse, which is fine. That wasn't even Moody, though. That was fucking Barty Crouch Jr. But they learn this stuff. You actually see Ron use it in the movie when they're in the forest and are about to be captured by the they're not Death Eaters, but the bounty hunters or whatever. But like, that's a perfect example of why it's okay to have knowledge. You have to have knowledge of the curses to also know what to do when you're faced with them, right? Let's grab this fertilizer while we're here. Now, they use all the curses except Tabata on students, and Double knows he's doing it, just doesn't know it's not Moody. Yeah, yeah. I don't think they show that in the movie, but I do vaguely remember them talking about it in the book. You know, in the movie, we see Crucio used on the fucking spider, which, like, that's how we learn about Neville's parents and everything, right? I do vaguely remember them talking about Imperio as well. But yeah, Dumbledore 100% allowed it. We're meeting with Poppy Sweeting. What would have been a really smart idea on my part would have been to watch all the movies prior to this game coming out. But I legit haven't watched the movies in probably 2 years, like any of them. And I haven't read the books in probably like 12. Whoa. Oh, there's an enemy down here. It's probably a fucking, yeah, it's a Doug Bob. Stick your tongue out, bud. I'm not here for the tackles. I'm here for you to stick your tongue out. Thank you. Oh, we just got our level 32, which means we get a new talent. Let's look at our options here. We haven't gotten the death curse yet. I don't really care about the restoring health. I feel like when you take enough damage to get to low health, it's like a one hit anyway. These I also like, the ones that have the same effect as a cursed enemy. Like if they were better spells, I feel like they'd be worth it. Bombarda causes an explosive blast with a massive area of effect. Yeah, that sounds actually really good. I feel like the pulse, though, not worth. Let's look at the room of requirements stuff. Focus potion's effect will be extended when any spell from the spell set is cast during its use. Okay. Venomous tentacular attacks deal additional damage and break shields. That actually sounds nice since we have a never-ending supply of them. Level 40 is max level, by the way, so you have to lose out on 8 skills. Oh, okay. The range and damage of the potion effects are greatly increased. That's for Thunder Brew. I don't use mandrakes like hardly ever. They're definitely the weakest potion just because you can't do any, or not potion, weakest plant because you can't do anything while they're being cast. Maximum potion, increase damage and break shield. That's pretty good. And then this increases the effect of the invisibility potion. Let's see. Mandrakes suck. Yeah, like realistically, the optimal way to use a mandrake is to throw out a tentacula and a cabbage and then use the mandrake, because then you still have damage going out, right? But like, it's not worth it. Invis currently only lasts 4 seconds. I don't use the invisibility potions enough for it to matter anyway. Like, the way I see this going, I'm gonna go ahead and take the increased range on Bombarda, or like the increased radius, because AoE is always good. It just is. The way I see this probably going is we've got 8 more levels of stuff that we'll get, right? We'll end up getting this because we're going to learn all the curses. We're going to get this as well because it spreads our curses. We will not get any of these probably. If we were to get one, it would probably be Expelliarmus, because this spell, not great. This spell, horrible. It is the worst of all of the purple spells by far. And Stupefy, like, almost any time that it makes sense to use your shield, it's not worth it to cast Stupefy, because you can just cast another spell in the same time frame. Flip the player with middle finger. Yeah. Yeah. We might take this Protego and we might get the Tentacula one and the Maxima Potion one. Other than that, like, we're gonna have 2. They're just throwaways, basically, based on my count. And that's fine. Like, I don't need every single skill in the game to be useful, right? Now, if I were to do this, do like another playthrough, I would focus more on doing the plants and shit. And like take the Mandrake one just for that. Like if I wanted to do a nothing but plant playthrough. But also got me W quite good. I'm glad you like it, man. I appreciate you ordering. since you mentioned it, anyone who isn't aware, W is one of the sponsors on this stream. We're currently in the middle of talks with another company. Until that is written out and contracts have been signed, I refuse to mention a name. But W is a clean energy drink company that prides itself on not using any of the harmful chemicals that you get in other energy drinks. They actually, on the case, have a handy-dandy little thing of all the stuff that they don't include. The big thing for me is they don't use fillers or artificial colors. It's just the, like, 8 ingredients that are in the drink. And tastes great. It's more cost-effective than buying any other energy drink at the store. Actually, I forgot my W before I went to play D&D at my buddy's house this past Sunday, and ended up stopping to get an energy drink at the gas station. I paid like $3.30 for that drink. W runs you about $1.20 a serving, and you get 30 servings per tub. Tastes better. It's not carbonated, so you don't have to worry about getting bloated from it and shit like that.
You shouldn't go about stealing goblins' help stolen by others, should you?
If you're looking for a change to your energy drink needs, make sure to check out the link in the description, or you can go to W's website and use the coupon code TrentHard, and you'll get a 10% discount on any purchase, and it helps out the stream. So win-win for everyone.
If it isn't,
Woo! That bitch flew. All right.
Expulsion!
Nope. And then we're gonna. Oh, I can't use my control spells on him apparently. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Got distracted. Yeah, definitely make sure to check out the link in the description of the video if you're interested in any of the W flavors. They have sold out, actually, of a lot of their flavors. And I don't mind sharing this because their social media manager recently posted it on Twitter, so I'll talk about it. If I have any coffee drinkers, they are currently about to start doing tests and sending out samples of a coffee flavor of W Energy. They are going to be sending out samples to anyone who is a W sponsor or sponsored by them that likes coffee. I will not be trying it because I don't like coffee, but they are going to be sending out those samples next month, and as long as everything goes well, which I'm sure it will, I believe they're slated to release that in the second quarter of this year. I believe is what they said. What is this? Mooncalf, we don't care about those. Yeah, big dude is immune to most spells, which is dumb. Yeah, I don't necessarily understand that. Like, I can understand Levioso, for example, not working on like a troll because of just the overall size. But the quote-unquote big dude is just a taller, muscular human. Like, what the hell? Oh, there's a treasure trove below us. Let's go ahead and take care of that.
I see you.
Do you? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your friend?
One less poacher in the wizarding.
Yeah, slow doesn't even work unless he just finished casting a spell. Otherwise, he's immune. Wow. Like I said, like,
investigate.
It doesn't really bother me that much. It's just weird. Like, if we're talking about strictly continuity, it doesn't make any sense at all. Alright, let's go back up here and meet Poppy. I believe this was the girl that was like super into beast class, and she mentioned
Is
something
Highwing
about
all right?
poachers up here.
Ratty told me what the two of you did.
Yeah, Highwing's good.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the
She's,
poachers are up to, I want
producing
Highwing
feathers
far
for me.
from it.
You said you had
As we
news
speak.
about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Okay.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
I feel like the default personality of the character is actually like how I would react to a lot of these situations. It makes me really happy. I'm a sarcastic ass all the time. It bothers me. I don't mind some spells not working, but when 3/4 do nothing, the ones that just do damage. Yeah, like, it's not making me hate the game. It's just, like I said, a big continuity error, in my opinion. I understand trolls. I understand, like, larger creatures in general not being able to be controlled as much.
A centaur.
But when a troll
Tread carefully.
actually is able to be controlled easier than a human, because you can use fucking what's it called, you can use Flipendo on the mallet on the club when he misses. You can still slow them, you can still freeze them. Like, it's to me, like I said, it's just a big continuity error, not game breaking or anything for me. Just doesn't make any sense. Like, they're making these dark wizards more powerful than they ever would be in actuality. Are we gonna be friends with centaurs? That'd be really cool.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't like them either, man. Like, I'm totally cool for organizing a
That could
poacher
have gone
hunting
worse.
party.
Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Or perhaps there are some Hogwarts students in line with the poachers, or in league with them. I wish they were just good at countering some spells, so they learn not to cast certain spells at them. Yeah, like, that's something I do notice. Like, we counter pretty much everything, right? Like, we can counter their shields, we can use Protego to counter any spell that can be blocked, which is most of them. There are very few spells that they cast that we can't take care of.
That's the third time I've seen a Dugbog behave that violently.
Damn.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than
That was
usual
brutal
lately.
as hell.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
But I find it weird that, like, poachers and other dark wizards don't have that same capability in any way. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Nature at its finest. I'm not gonna lie though, like hearing that elk screech like that just hurts.
Is odd.
I'm a big animal guy, in case
Not entirely
no one
sure,
has
but
recognized
look
that yet.
around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
Because they left in a hurry.
Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long.
There's at least one more. Oh, right there.
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
I mean, seems out of place, quote unquote, but we already know that Rookwood is heading up the poachers, and Rookwood is in league with the goblins, so why wouldn't they have goblin metal? Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's just one of those things, like, am I always upset, like, when an animal dies or anything like that? No, but if an animal is going to be killed, like, by nature, it doesn't bother me. I just, like, the elk noise was, hard. But, like, by humans, if we're gonna kill them, we need to actually be using them as a resource that is meaningful in some way.
Something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Death cry is a death cry. It's not a happy noise. Yeah.
How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Because Rookwood heads up the poachers.
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers.
We've already been given evidence of that.
No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here.
Oh, we're
Let's
going
get a better
discreet.
lay of the land.
We're fucking Batman up in here. They ain't never gonna see us coming. That's a series of games I would like to do a playthrough of at some point. I have not played any of the Dark Knight games.
I swear, none of you'd have a head left on your shoulders if you didn't have me keeping you in check.
Show yourself.
I will not.
Turn my back for 1 second and what happens? Calamity.
And you fucking die. That's what happens. Oh, with them gone, so too are their heads. Yes. Oh, Peacemaker. Guess what I was just informed of by a fellow content creator the other day.
What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
I think that you'll appreciate this. Is that all of them? Definitely feel like there should have been more. That pickles are fruits? No, I found that out from you just now. I'll tell you once we're done here. Don't let me forget, though. I thought about you the moment I heard it.
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
We can afford to be spotted. We'll fuck them up. It's fine.
A more hushed approach is likely wise.
Oh, we're gonna
Victor
we're gonna be hushed.
Striking apart. Revelio.
Make sure there's no goodies for us to get either. Well, now that we're done with that cutscene, I'll go ahead and tell you. Sony just announced, maybe a day or two ago, they are putting The Legend of Dragoon on their premium PlayStation Plus membership, which would mean that it is streamable on PC.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want.
Someone's here.
Oh, he saw us. Damn it.
Lamb returns to those.
Well, shit, we gotta play it. Yeah, from the moment I started streaming, I knew I wanted to stream that game at some point. Even with it coming to the PlayStation Plus, I am still debating, because I have a physical copy of the game for PlayStation, so I could get the files from the game and put it through an emulator. And I'm heavily considering doing that, because there are a few emulators out there that have some mods that I think would improve the playthrough quality for me as someone who's played that game so many times. Stuff like, so like in the base game, or how it was designed, you can't change out the quote-unquote main character in your battle party. I would like to be able to do that. Because I have played the game and beaten it multiple times with every single character in my party at some point. So it'd be cool to be able to replace that main character with a different character and see how the party compositions are. So I haven't fully decided if I'll do it through the PlayStation Plus thing or not. But they're adding a ton of retro games on there. I think they intend on putting like all of the classic Final Fantasy games on there. I think Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger will be on there, which are fucking amazing. Okay, Chrono Cross is okay. Chrono Trigger is fucking amazing. Just all sorts of cool stuff is going to be put on there.
Did you hear that?
I've debated on doing it anyway because I've never played Bloodborne and I really would like
Something's
to.
going on behind you.
But yeah, we will 100% be playing that on stream. It just may be easier access since we won't have to go through an emulator. I don't know what is going on down there.
They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite a fight.
Not a fair one, Rose. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her on, shall we?
Yes, let's do it. Let's release the fucking dragon. I love this plan. Alright, mostly QOL changes. Yeah, like...
Look, they've got a dragon egg.
I'm sure there are mods out there that like make an easier gaming experience. I would not like those. What I would like, because Legend of Dragoon as it is not a very like difficult game, especially if you master the combat system, which is something that like for most RPG players is hard because it's not just press a button and your character does whatever they're gonna do. Most of the time you have to actually like do stuff with it.
Hello, Hamura.
Do we get a fucking dragon egg? But I've heard that on some of these emulators there's a mod that actually makes the game harder, and I would be totally down for that. And I assume harder, like the bosses hit harder and their health pool is bigger, would be the change.
All right, I have the egg.
They may even limit resources, but I kind of doubt that.
A few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Yeah, we're gonna be quiet.
Careful! That rope will want his dragon intact!
Oh, have we been spotted? No, I think we're good. Oh shit, nope, we got spotted. There was someone up top. Alright, let's see if we can get a few of these guys in the air. There we go. Alright, let's swap to our curses. We're just gonna try to get some of these dueling challenges as well. Ow. Nice. That spell, fucking Defendo, so good. It's so good. Hello.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
Ah, yes, I did bring a friend. Not what I wanted. Okay, let's... Let's say, who am I being hit by? You're all the way up there. And there's another one behind me. There we go. Boom.
We don't have time.
God, combat feels so good in this game. I'm trying. This feels like a Raxel plan. I agree.
This may have been a bad idea.
Notice how Poppy's a Hufflepuff, just like you. Step 1 free dragon, step 2 don't die. Yeah, absolutely. Now, why does my Incendio in the cutscene go that far, but in game it doesn't go fucking anywhere? Excuse me? I'm calling bullshit.
This way.
I'm a little pissed about that. I'm gonna lie.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
Well, we gotta go return it.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much
No.
rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
Well,
It'd
yeah.
be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot.
What kind of question
I'm
was
sorry to
that?
say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
I mean, that's fine.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it.
Well, let's heckin'
Be
go.
careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Alright, I'm ready for owls to start flying in. Come on. Send them all. I know Sebastian wants to talk to me. I'm sure someone else wants to talk to me. Nothing? I am very shocked. Okay, I don't think we have any side quests. Like, we actually have no direction at all except to go back to Hogwarts, I guess. What is this? Ooh, we're gonna fly down here. We need to get 2 more of these purple toads for our beast sanctuary.
It's time you learned the transformation spell.
Fuck
After
yeah.
you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Sounds like a plan. We'll check out those tasks after we capture
What are you
a
up
couple
to
of these
now?
toads. No, why are you running? Okay, let's capture one more. We'll have to leave the area probably. We scared them all off. What do you mean? There we go. Go ahead and hit up this dungeon. Do we get to use our new spell? I think we probably could have used, like, what's it called? Depulso. Yeah. I think we probably could use that instead, but Bombarda felt cooler.
Rebellion.
Ooh, what is this? Oh, we actually, super briefly, let's swap to this and
Incendio.
that didn't light all of them. Excuse me. All right, let's put. That's not Bombarda. That's Confringo. Bombarda. There's the chest. The Transfigure upgrade is busted. I'll keep that in mind. I have to look at it. You gotta figure, since it's the last spell on the list, something that you learn, that it'd be pretty good, but like Flipendo's really not that great, and it was the last one that we learned for the purple spells. No, come back. Come. There we go. And let's get this ancient magic thing while we're here. Whoa. That's not what I signed up for. Okay, step 1. We need to get to that room. Okay. Nice. Oh. Okay. Still need to get in that room. Where's this one go? Okay. Okay, that brought us back up here. There one up here by chance? Let's go over here. Oh, there's one right there.
That wasn't so difficult.
Oh. When did we get the second one? I don't recall that. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Bag. Look at this giant one up here. Okay. Let's look at the requirements to get our transfigure spell. Collect the field guide page from the book on intermediate. Oh, hold on. Intermediate transfiguration in the library. Okay. Let's go to the library. I thought we got all the field guides from the library. Unless this is like a new one that was just added with the quest. That's probably what happened. Hogwarts. And the library and library. Which, once we get the transfiguration spell, we can go back to that room with all the tapestries and see if our theory was correct or not.
Revelio.
Okay. Okay. Not even getting any pings. Track. I wonder if we'll be led right to it by chance. It's upstairs? Okay.
Perhaps the book Professor Weasley wants me to get is upstairs.
Perhaps.
Professor Weasley asked me to find you.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Oh, yes, yes we are.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Okay.
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork.
Isn't this the same girl who
the way I do.
was playing that
Surely
game
you're interested.
that like
I'll even
sprays
start
you
you
with
off with a
something
few
that
of my
stinks
easiest
when
questions.
you lose? I'm starting to realize why people don't like her.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid. Just
I know the answer and excited for you to
I'll
find
hand
out.
over this
Cool.
book. Let us
I'm
begin.
excited as well.
Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The golden snidget. Shit, I don't know. It's the golden something, surely, right? Fuck it.
The golden snidget.
Correct.
Ah.
The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
That's Felix Felicis, right?
Felix
Felicis?
Well
Felicis?
done.
Whatever the fuck it's called.
Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifact?
Oh, we know this one. The Deathly Hallows.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Quaffle.
The Quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the Quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
False. No, true, because we saw Hermione turn into a fucking cat.
True.
Actually, the answer was false.
Ah, damn.
While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'm being lied to right now. Fuck it, let's do more questions.
I'd like to answer more questions.
These are actually pretty good.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
I'm gonna say that
International
one.
Confederation of Wizards.
No, that's
Oh,
incorrect.
damn.
The answer was the Wizards' Council. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the
I like
creation
random
of the
facts, I guess. I don't know.
International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
The smallest. Ooh. I don't know. I feel like if the name has Iron Belly in it, surely it's not the smallest, right? Let's go with the Opali.
The Antipodean Opali.
No, I'm sorry, but the answer was the Peruvian Vipertooth.
Damn.
Though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Surely it's Quincy Hogg, right? Peacemaker, I see you're at least throwing out guesses. So I will wait for your input this time. Sorry, the stream delay was catching you. I would assume Quincy Hogg. Like, when people found cities and shit, like, they always do their name. Woodcroft? Okay, I'll do Woodcroft.
Hengist of Woodcroft.
That's right.
We've probably actually heard that.
It is believed
Good work.
that Hengist used the 3 broomsticks in.
Yes, yes, we actually remember
the
that.
hide behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
The hide behind. Surely it's Demiguise. We've had so much exposure to Demiguise, it would be really stupid for it not to be, right? I don't actually... Runespore sounds like a plant creature of some sort. And then the Lethifold, I don't think we've actually been exposed to.
A Demiguise.
Yes! While the hide behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a Lethifold?
Not the Patronus Charm. So it's going to be the Knockback Jinx or the Stunning Spell. My guess is probably going to be the Stunning Spell. Patronus, really? Okay.
The Patronus Charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a Lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in
Oh,
Papua
it's
New
the
Guinea
true
at the time.
name.
Who published the
I
law
see.
of elemental transfiguration?
I have no idea. Part of me wants to sit there and say Gamp just for the fact that it's the most out there name. Gamp. Yeah.
Gamp.
That's it. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured.
Oh, we talked
though it
about
can
the
be
law of
summoned.
conjuration.
What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Correct. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco dormiens nunquam titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
The Ashwinder? Yeah? So I
The
thought.
Ashwinder.
That's incorrect.
Oh.
The correct answer was the rune's paw. According to parcel mouths, each of the rune's paws.
Oh, you were saying yeah
serves a
to
different function.
the previous
The
one.
left head
I'm
is
with
the
it.
planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
Fuck if I know. Some of these questions, like if I read the book, or if I had read the books more recently, I should say, I would have a little bit more to work with. Mount Greylock.
Mount Greylock.
Well done!
Nice.
The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
A Mortentia? I think that's right. Pretty sure it's a Mortentia. I'm gonna wait on your response, Peacemaker. Yeah.
Amatentia.
That's the answer. Amatentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Okay, if these are your most difficult,
give me your worst.
Let's do it.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom? Egbert? I think that's right. Or Egbert the Egregious?
Egbert the Egregious.
That's right.
Nice.
Emmerich gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Haversacking, I think. Or is that a stooge? Haversacking, that's what I thought too.
Haversacking.
That's right. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when two chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score.
Ah.
A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Webbed feet? Bad luck. Okay.
Bad luck.
Correct. Native to the
Nice.
European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
The Supophorus bean, I'm pretty sure. Mimblus?
Mimblus Mimbletonia.
Correct. The Mimblus Mimbletonia
I would have
plant
thought the bean just
secretes
because it
stink
sounds like
sap as a
phosphorus.
defensive mechanism when touched. The Pepper Up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
This one I don't know. Pepper Up potion. Basil flack. Linford. We'll do that.
Linford of Stinchcombe.
Very good.
I thought basil flack would have been good because it's another
would expand on
pepper is a
Linford's
spice,
previous
basil
work
spice.
To create the pepper up potion we know today. In the Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
Fuck if I know. A smaller pot. That's what I would do. Slipper.
A single slipper.
That's correct. The story was created by Beedle the Bard, but there are a few versions.
I haven't read the Beedle the Bard book.
If you haven't read it,
my mom has it, but I never ended up reading
is
it.
native to which region of the world?
The Snallygaster? I don't even know what that is. The rainforest. All of these are field guide pages? Damn. I may not have found all of the ones that are relevant then. Or I'm forgetting. I mean, shit, there's like 150 in Hogwarts alone.
North America.
That's right. The part
Nice
bird,
memory.
part reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide.
Bulletproof
Who is the
hide,
Muggle
damn.
Knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Sir Luckless? I feel like it, like Sir Lancelot, obviously, like historically, for the Knights of the Round Table story, but I feel like it's Sir Luckless. Yeah, so that makes sense.
Correct. The three witches in the story are named Asha, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
The Loch Ness Monster.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Was it Gamp? I think it was.
Ulick Gamp.
Yes. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of
Peacemaker
the
confirmed.
Department of Magical Law Enforcement.
I trust your
It
insights.
outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. Ah, it's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You should be pleased with your performance. Not many students would have done so well. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time.
I'm glad one of us did.
I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Book on Intermediate Transfiguration. This book is designed to help guide the students who wishes to pursue more complicated types of transfiguration. Professor Weasley often recommends it to her advanced students as a bit of light reading.
Professor
Ooh, I
Weasley's
get to keep my
tasks
lore
are
card.
complete.
Yes, you
I
do,
should
good
attend
sir.
Transfiguration.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I am hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Oh, so you want to use me as a little scapegoat?
It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Before I do a damn thing, we're going to Transfiguration class.
Oh, hello.
Waha! Got to level up them spells, that's right. Alright, let's wait for daytime. Daytime, nighttime, daytime. About when we hit the 2-hour mark on the stream, I am going to make a couple of announcements, so just a heads up.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight.
It's just your eyesight. We're not that special.
Now, you all know what to do.
All right. Well, last campaign spell, I guess. Story-based spell. We still have the curses to learn, but...
Beautifully done.
Oh, look, we were sitting in class next to Natty Ice again. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and add that to our yellow page. And we'll have to find somewhere else to put our creature capture bag. Which, once we've gotten 3 of every creature, we won't end up having to use this as much.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide.
I have.
Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement.
Yes, we did.
Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities.
We haven't done anything
Was your
extracurricular.
visit to the kitchens and the Hogsmeade graveyard with Nick to bribe a ghost for information connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Uh-oh. Oh, man. I feel like if she's asking, she already knows. I don't want to sit here and lie. Fuck it.
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then,
Gee, thanks.
well done. You are dismissed.
Thank you. I didn't remember Luckless, but Lorne is often the answer in a lot of Hogwarts history. You are absolutely right in that. So Fountain of Fair Fortune obviously was made due to a guy who was named after his lack of luck. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. This woman is so trustworthy. Yeah, like, really. It's Fig and Black I'm wary of. Yeah.
Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Damn, that's a little OP.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Okay. We got other things to focus on at the moment. Upgrade it. I don't have a talent point. I will upgrade it once we get that, though. Enemy struck with the transformation spell transform into explosive objects. That is fucking OP. Okay, yeah, we'll upgrade it when we get the talent point for it. We're at 65% on our challenges, guys. Oh, we've gotten our last assignment challenge that we needed. New mask. And a lucky leprechaun ensemble that we will not wear. All right. Let's find this tapestry room, which, if I remember correctly, was down here somewhere. I may not be remembering correctly, though. Ah, yeah, it's right here. Okay. Time to test our theory. Well, shit.
Revelio. Glacius. Levioso. Arresto Momentum. Accio. Descendo. Flipendo. Repulso. Confringo.
What the fuck? I'm surprised we still don't know what ancient magic is exactly. It's apparently the ability to see and throw things as well as call lightning. Yeah. I'll save time. It's nothing. I think it's another house side puzzle. Surely. Maybe it's like a Slytherin puzzle since we're really close to the Slytherin common rooms.
Revelio.
But, like, you know it has to be something for all this shit to be glowing blue, right? Or maybe it's like something used for a side quest later. Who knows? Like how I went to the graveyard with Nick and I went to Azkaban. Yeah. If it is attached to a house, it's definitely Slytherin. My theory is it's either that or a side quest thing, which is both are fine. Like it doesn't bother me. We still haven't heard from. Oh wait, no, we did hear from Sebastian to meet at the Overlook Mine and speak to Ami about gobbledygook. Blah. We're gonna do our actual side quest before we jump into more of the main story. Let's go talk to Poppy. I want to figure out what we're gonna do about the dragon egg. And travel. Still missing. Oh, we have Bombarda. We can open that fucking door now. I forgot about that. Yeah, I do love we Huffle's go to Azkaban. You know, it's like sticking a Niffler against a dragon. Totally normal. Yeah. I will be the first to admit how that is very questionable. But you know what? I'm glad that Huffle's got something. There's the door. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna... Wait, what?
Revelio. Bombarda. Glacius. Confringo. Defender.
I thought that's how we'd get in the store. So none of the spells are gonna do it, so it's probably a side quest.
Revelio.
We're still missing a field guide page, though. What's up here? Yeah, I mean, maybe the field guide page is still behind that door. And the last collection chest that we need. Well, shit. Let's go in here and do our side quests. Like, I hate not knowing, because, go near Trick Shop? Okay. Yeah, right here.
Revelio.
I can go inside too. I don't think I'll make a difference, but... Oh, the candy shop? Okay. I think that's over here, right? Let me look on the map. I don't want to get sidetracked too much here. That's Hogsmeade Square, Steeply and Sons. Joke shop. Candy shop? Where the fuck is the candy shop? Take you to the candy. Oh, there's Honeydukes here. I'll set a waypoint. Go to Sons? Let me go to Sons. Okay, hold on. Okay, so it's over there next to Honeydukes. Cool, 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 cool. We will do that.
Anna's getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
I guess we will go through here. Oh wait, no, this is Honeydukes. Okay. So we're in Steeply and Sons right now.
Revelio.
Buildings left and right, okay. Nothing's hitting over here. Nothing on this side.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
Because all roads do lead to Hogsmeade. Like, I feel like the field guide page that I'd be missing from here would have to be on the outskirts somewhere, right? But I feel like I've done like a really good job of like keeping track of like going around the whole town, I mean. Hello, giant purple toad. I like how she's getting more and more animals in there. The fact that we're missing one field guide page and a collection chest kind of makes me think that they're going to be in the same place, though. See, we already went up there, and it was not there.
Hasn't been anyone as bad as Barnabas Deverell in a while,
Revelio.
Nothing here. I can get on and compare in a bit to help. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Like, I just hope it's one... Well, actually, I guess I could find out if I looked at the collections. I'm hoping it's one that can be found with Revelio. It may not be, though. Let's see. Hogsmeade. Yeah, I'm missing one Revelio page. So, like, it has to be somewhere
Revelio.
that Revelio would pick it up. Do I have the elevator? Butterbeer barrels. 3 broomsticks. 3 broomsticks. Sneakoscope. Dogweed and Death Cap. Hogsmeade Community Garden. Glad Drags. Floating Bonbons. Mounted Hogshead. Hogshead Docks. Glad Drags Wizard Wear. Honeydukes. Fizzing Whizbees. Magic Neep Cart. Abandoned Shop. Ollivanders. Pippins. Hingest. Magical Mail. Brudenpeck. Enchanted Staircase. Key Shop. Spintwitches. I don't see an elevator. Water Well. Dung Bomb. Frog Spawn Soap. Zonkos. Yeah, nothing about an elevator.
Revelio.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Just not sure if the elevator was Hogsmeade or Hogwarts. Now I understand. It's easy to forget where everything is on such a massive game.
Revelio.
See, elevator connecting the school and Duke's cellar. Okay, well, we have Honeyduke's track, so let's go up here real quick. Excuse me. Whew. Forget where
Revelio.
the cellar was. Well, if there is one, I'll have to do it from the Hogwarts side. Because it is locked.
Never knew butterflies were attracted to
That made me
treasure.
think, though,
Must have missed
that
that one in Beasts.
if it's on the Hogwarts side, that it would have to be under the Hogwarts field guides, right? Well, in the meantime, we'll go talk to Poppy.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
Yeah, we should go
That's
find
a good
her.
idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right
Maybe
away.
we'll have a dragon friend.
There's something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Oh, no. You know what? I feel like we're at a point where, like, everyone knows. So
Rookwood
let's
is
just
working with
be
Ranrock,
honest.
And Ranrock is after.
Yeah, I'll go
something
back
I
and watch a
found
vid
at
to see what you're
Gringotts.
missing won't be long. No worries.
Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can.
Yes, go find our dragon friend.
I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Sounds good. In the meantime, we're gonna go do Sebastian's next quest. Because we'll get Imperio from that. Okay, let's go to Feldcroft. We got a couple of things we can pick up here. Looks like a couple of Merlin trials and a field guide page, so we'll grab those while we're in the area.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Revelio.
We've got all sorts of stuff. Cats. I'm missing cats. Okay. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but part of me just wants to go. Ooh. We're gonna do a little bit in this area before we go pick up Sebastian's quest. For starters, we're gonna go get us a hippogriff. And let's put this on Reparo. Quill shop. Okay. We'll check that out when we get back to Hogsmeade. Ooh, I want the brown one. That has such a unique coloring. Excuse me? We're still gonna get that brown one. Nice.
Settle yourself.
Yeah, I love the coloring on the hippogriff. That's pretty badass. Highwing's friend. Yeah, Highwing needs some hippogriff friends. Let's go ahead and head over this way. Oh, you mean Highwing's friend that we helped to rescue? Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, last we saw, they were with Natty Ice. We do have a side quest from Natty Ice as well that we can do. Or actually, I think it's part of the main quest line, but... Although, going to go get me some pudding, I'll be able to hear but not respond. Good luck, Griffey. Hey, eat some pudding for me, man. Okay, there's one. Looks like there is a Merlin trial, maybe?
Revelio.
Oh, there's another one. That's another landing platform. We'll do making some salted caramel whipped cream with it. I'm making a girl's dream pudding. Yeah, you are. You're making my dream pudding. Fuck. Oh, there's the other one. Oh, right here on the troll den. That's fine. We need some more trolls for our challenges anyway. So that'll work out.
Shame I didn't have an audience for that one.
Alright. What, I can't land? Excuse me? Alright. Oh, he's pissed. Oh, a little too early. It's fine. Alright, there goes one. Ow. Boom. Easy.
Felt that in London.
Let's grab our ancient magic shit. And we've got a treasure trove over here. Which... oh, it's right here.
Revelio.
Bombarda. I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her. You
Am confused.
Meet me.
Revelio.
Am confusion. Oh, I'm no longer Confucian. Okay. You come with me. That's not what I want. Here, let me get back up here real quick. Beautiful, and voila. No?
Incendio.
Maybe that worked. Oh, beautiful. Wrong button. I don't want that spell on my spell list. Get the fuck out. There we go. It's a box. Beautiful. Let's take care of this Merlin trial. Okay.
These Merlin trials won't get the
Nice.
best of me.
Alright. look at our map again, see what else we've got in the area. Troll lair, we just took care of 2 trolls, we're good. Another treasure vault. And Merlin trial. We got a ton of stuff like up the river. What's that? Oh, we'll go over there as well before we go back to Hogwarts. We're gonna go ahead and go down here though and help Sebastian out, grab this treasure vault and this Merlin trial on the way. I think we need 2 more Fwoopers and then a unicorn, and then that bestiary will be taken care of.
This could prove...
Oh, shit.
Lumos.
Get out of here.
Revelio.
Okay, we're going down. Dive, dive, dive. I'm gonna grab a drink of water real quick. All right, let me up. No, it's.
Confringo.
There we go. Boom. Wish we were getting better gear from these chests, honestly.
Lumos.
Like, we still have 8 levels above us for gear. So I feel like there should definitely be some better gear dropping in general. Hey Kiwi, welcome to the stream, man. How are you? Oh fuck, there's... God, that's a shit ton of them too. Jesus. Alright, let's see if we can take these out discreetly. Good. I'm doing well, man. I'm just glad to be back on and streaming. I hate that I didn't stream last night. My wife and I drove to Atlanta, which overall, to and from, was about a 10-hour trip total. And we drove there to get a dresser for our nursery for our son that we're expecting. And ended up having to load, unload that, and move some shit around in the room that's going to serve as the nursery, and I was fucking tired. Aren't I supposed to not be streaming tonight because of D&D? No, it's Saturday here. I know it's Sunday for you, but it's Saturday here. So I won't be streaming tomorrow night. It is Saturday here, right? Hold on. You've got me... Yeah, it's Saturday here. You've got me questioning my life right now. I know it's hard for you, man. Being over in New Zealand, you're ahead of us by so much. Okay.
Revelio.
What is this trial? Oh, I see. It's the stones we have to destroy. Did I see your clip? No. Did you post it in the Discord?
Bombarda.
Oh.
Confringo.
There we go. I like how the exploding spell didn't get rid of the statue, but fucking the fire spell did.
Revelio.
Yes, it's under Valorant. I will take a look at that. After I finish this Merlin trial, I'll go ahead and look at it real quick.
Confringo. Revelio.
Oh, there's a chest over there too. I want the chest. Damn. This would have been super easy to miss. Nice. I like the unidentified items. They're just always so much better.
Revelio.
No, there we are. And this should be the last one.
Confringo.
What's that?
Beautiful. All right, here, I'll look up that clip real quick. Good luck with the child. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We were trying, so definitely expected, so we're excited. All right, let's take a look here. Some harbor gameplay. Okay, okay, okay. Nice. Nice. Nice little 3-piece. Is it the 4K? 4K. Nice. Good shit, dude. Harbor is so much better after they gave him some, like, very minor buffs. Nice play, though. I, like, never use Ghost, I feel like, unless I pick one up.
Revelio.
Oh, one sec. Let's say it looked like we were dropping frames. I think we're good. I think we're good now. I think Harbor is underrated. I don't know if I would say underrated. I think I would say that people, I mean, that's basically underrated. People just underestimate him is kind of the thing. He is definitely the weakest smoke in the game because he doesn't do what other smokes are capable of doing. But the things that he does do are really strong. Like his little the wall that you can push forward, that shit is so strong when you're attacking, especially on maps like Pearl that have like those big long lanes that you have to go down.
Mysterious and a bit
what would
unsettling.
make him better,
what to do,
in my opinion, is if his I would much rather him have his little invulnerability bubble. I would rather it last longer, kind of like Viper's bubble, and not provide invulnerability versus what it is now. But like, it's really nice to secure a plant and to secure a defuse, right? So it's such a
Sebastian,
back and
that
forth with
relic
me
you mentioned,
on it.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
Yeah, was there anything else
I'd
in the
be
student's
interested to
report?
know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I would agree with that.
I'm ready to
Agreed.
explore the catacomb.
Yeah, like,
perhaps we can visit Anne when we finished.
Perfect.
you run the risk
By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing.
like taking
did you?
away Harbor's uniqueness
I promise.
by changing that, though.
Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were
That's like
about
his
to do.
most unique ability. The catacomb assignment yielded more than I'd imagined. Learning about our ancestors was illuminating, however, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore. An area behind the Great Room, which had suffered decay and the turned-over sarcophagi, I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately, I sensed its power. I would be thrilled to study the relic further if only the removal of objects were allowed.
I'll be interested
it's about to be
compare
allowed.
what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Something else I think would make Harbor better is like if someone passing through his wall made noise when they were walking. But instead it just slows them, which slows aren't really... A slow through a wall really isn't that major. In reality.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Ah, fucking spiders. Yeah, I see you up there, you dickheads.
I'll be quieter than jogging. Crucial. That's better my attention.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
I'm gonna play games, so I'll be talking in and out. No worries, man. Good luck on your game.
Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified. This room is smaller than it looks.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Let's put that right there. Jump on it. There's a chest up here. And that's going to be a piece
Finding
of
a chest
furniture.
in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Revelio.
Back. Spiders aren't insects. Some things are as old as time. Yeah. I love it. Real quick, I did say that I'd be doing a couple of just what I would consider mostly minor announcements at the halfway point, and we are there. So first and foremost, we are going to be adjusting the stream schedule to a little bit more of a defined schedule for doing multiple games. And the reason for that is my search for a static raid group for Final Fantasy XIV has borne fruit. And I have a group that is, 1, willing to be on stream, 2, has a schedule that actually works with the current stream schedule, so I don't have to adjust my times. And 3, they're just kind of really fun people. They're excited about it. So moving forward, Tuesday and Thursday nights, we will be streaming exclusively Final Fantasy XIV raids and trials and ultimates and stuff of that nature. I don't talk about it much on stream just because it hasn't come up, but I play a fuck ton of Final Fantasy XIV, and I love doing the in-game content, so I'm excited to be able to start streaming that with you guys. So again, that's Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll be doing Final Fantasy XIV content. Every other day of the week, it'll be whatever game that we're actively playing at the moment. So for now, Hogwarts Legacy. In the future, it may end up being a different game, of course. We're going to focus primarily on new releases, but there are some retro games I'd like to play. We talked about Legend of Dragoon. We talked about playing through some of the original Final Fantasies and stuff like that. So definitely something that will change, and it gives some more variety to the content that we're watching. Not everyone likes to watch the same game over and over and over again every single day of the week. So the other thing is I likely will not be playing any more competitive games on stream. That includes Valorant, League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, etc. Reason being, I don't enjoy them as much as I enjoy role-playing games, horror games, cooperative-based games. It's just not as fun for me to stream them. I was doing Valorant for a while there just because I was kind of new figuring out what I enjoyed on stream. And since I've been able to play like Dead Space and now Hogwarts Legacy, and I've played Final Fantasy Crisis Core and Final Fantasy VII Remake, I enjoy co-op and RPG style games more, so that's mostly what we're going to focus on. Does that mean I will never try out a competitive game on stream? Like if something new comes out that looks cool? No, but we're not going to be streaming Valorant or League of Legends or Teamfight Tactics moving forward. I know a lot of people like that content, so I understand if you jump to another streamer who is streaming that. Totally cool. Just not something that I've enjoyed streaming in the past, and I would like to not do that in the future. I get to see if I'll be able to jump in again. Happy to see that. Yeah, you'll definitely get to experience some of the end game. We'll probably do some stuff like mount farming. We'll end up doing like the in-game raids and trials that are currently going on. I'll end up doing the story on stream as well, but I'll make sure to like do a public post saying that we're doing story-based content, because a lot of people just like Final Fantasy 14 storyline. Is it Final Fantasy Online? Yeah, it is online. Is Final Fantasy 14 not to be confused with 11, because they're both online games. We'll be doing 14, which is a vastly different system. I've got like 1,500 hours in the game, so definitely one I enjoy playing, and I've thought about streaming. But we'll end up streaming pretty much everything Final Fantasy 14 content-wise. We may pick up a couple of extra streams on that, depending on what's going on. Like when the new patch drops and we get more story content, I'll end up doing extra. I have every intention on streaming when they do FanFest this year, because that's usually when they do big announcements like the new expansion, which I am super excited about, because the post-Endwalker content has been fucking great. I'd be about to jump in because I got it online. I didn't know, but someone gave it to you. Dude, if you haven't played it, you should. If you like MMO-style games, it's really, really good. There's a lot of content to get into, and everything's story-based, so like progression takes a long time, but to me it's really worth it. And you've expressed to me in the past, Kiwi, that you seem to really get into the story of most games, so I think Final Fantasy 14 would be a real easy game for you to kind of get absorbed in. Fair warning, there is so much to do. A buddy of mine on Facebook, I haven't actually played in-game with him, has spent like 2,000 hours on the free trial alone. And that's another thing. If you don't want to pay a sub fee up front, Final Fantasy 14 does have a free trial all the way up through the Heavensward expansion. So that is the first 60 levels of gameplay, and there's 90 levels total. And you can play as much as you want. There's not a time limit, so it's definitely worth trying out if you've never played it before. And that's kind of another reason. That was kind of announcement 3. I am actively, since we are getting very close to hitting 100 subscribers on YouTube, I'm getting dangerously close to 100 subscribers or followers on TikTok. We're very close to 100 followers on Twitter. Like all the socials are kind of blowing up right now. We're going to be doing some more community-based content, and Final Fantasy 14 will make that really easy for me to do with anyone who is playing that. I plan on doing some more like relaxed stuff like Phasmophobia, and we may do like Duck Duck Goose or Among Us at some point. What was the other one I was thinking of? There's a few games I have in mind for that. I brought it up before, but like I'm actively looking at ways to implement that and kind of incentivize people for like greater participation on stream. I also want to like implement using our sponsors for that too, so we may do like 1 month where anyone who purchases something from Dubby, they'll get to play on live stream with the streamer type deal. So I wanted to make sure that that was brought up too, because if you all have ideas for games that would be fun to play like as a community, I would love to hear those. But yeah, that's really all announcement wise. I just wanted to make sure that I talked about it on here, that we were going to be changing up the streaming schedule as far as what we're streaming on a pretty consistent basis, and talk about what we'd be streaming. there are a lot of people who have joined the live stream and have subscribed to the channel for Valorant content, and I feel bad that we're kind of changing that up, but I'm not going to play something that I don't enjoy. Wowzers.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep
thank
better
God.
tonight.
Revelio.
Yeah, if y'all have any questions about the Final Fantasy stuff or anything, feel free to ask. I will go ahead and say, as far as Final Fantasy, what we'll be doing next week, for anyone who is familiar with terminology and how the end game of Final Fantasy goes, we are going to be doing the final raid of the Savage tier of raiding in the game, and that is Pandemonium 8th Savage. I've seen the end of the fight multiple times. My raid group is 3/4 of the way through it, from what I've gathered.
Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus?
This seems like the way forward. We're gonna go over here first. My raid group, however, I think only meets for like 2.5 hours normally, so we will likely get to do some other stuff too. On each of those streams, we'll see. We may do shorter streams on those days, who knows. See ya, spoders. Is there any reason for me to come back here?
Confringo.
Oh, that was a chest. Okay. Whatever. No question. Sounds good. Maybe one day I'll drag you to Warframe. I actually have Warframe installed. It was something else I was looking into as well. The hard part about all of this is there's so many games out there that I like am interested in playing, and there's new games, so many fucking fantastic new games coming out this year. My time is going to be so absorbed that I have to like be super selective with what I choose to spend my time on stream at least. And the thing is, I don't really play too much video games in general off stream anymore. Like, when you spend 4 hours a day on stream playing and you spend a few hours every day on editing, like, you just don't have that much time. I know you probably understand, because it's the same deal like if you work. Yeah, you just don't have much time.
We're in a tomb.
Yeah, I get it, man. I really do, for sure.
Sounds come with the territory.
What I could see myself doing, realistically, is if we get to another lull in Final Fantasy, which is bound to happen at some point. That would be a good time for me to explore other multiplayer games like Warframe. Is my party looking for any new recruits? If you're talking about my Final Fantasy 14 group, they are looking for another melee DPS for Savage raiding. If you haven't played the game before, though, it's going to take you a while to get there unless you do like story and level skips, which, if you don't care about story in a game, feel free to do a story skip. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be one of these guys that's like, you have to play the story. It just costs extra money to do that, and I feel like if you're paying extra money to not play the game, why are you playing the game in the first place? You know what I mean? That being said, I do have a free company, which is Final Fantasy XIV's version of a guild. A lot of them are on hiatus right now just because we're kind of in a content drought. But I'd be more than happy to get you added in there. Very newcomer friendly group of people. And I'm an officer there, so I'm able to get people in without any real issues. You should definitely try it out, Kiwi, though, if you haven't been playing already. I foolishly mentioned the relic in my report and was reminded to leave it where it lay, but research must come before my fealty to the rules. I sense nothing about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English oak wands have powerful intuition. I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking, I acted. I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors forgive me, but I used their very bones as the key. I plan to return it, but first I must ready myself for our next assignment, learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well against enemies.
What did you find?
Accio.
Absolutely serves well against enemies. It fucking turns them against each other.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Let's talk to Sebastian.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
You go ahead and think, bud.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant.
Part of me wonders if
There's more to this than
Sebastian
even
isn't
I
lying
imagined.
to us about
Look,
some of the stuff he's
bones stacked
discovered.
oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. In this case, no bone.
Oh, okay.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it.
It's a little morbid.
I knew we'd
Not
get
like we can
through.
read the books,
I
right?
felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something.
Oh, yeah?
The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Yeah, I have some questions, bud.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
I mean, we're gonna learn it, but...
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
Okay, yeah, let's learn it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You
Okay,
have a lot at
I
stake.
didn't say all
You
that,
have an
but...
ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries.
I said I should probably know
Focus
the
your
spell.
wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go. Something troubling ahead.
Alright, let's put that on our bar. Nope, nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go.
Confringo.
Okay.
Another barricade.
Yeah, there's another
Considering how well you
barricade.
did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you. Accio.
Confringo. This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with runes
There
here.
we go. Dude doesn't know when to quit while he's ahead. Seems like a problem. Yeah, I agree. I agree entirely.
Confringo.
Okay. Let's go this way. Aw, shit. Yes, kill your babies.
Here's some of these stone tablets have 2 rune symbols. That has to be something.
Nice.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Confringo. Revelio.
There's a chest. There's another chest.
Confringo.
Crawl space.
Accio.
What the fuck?
Perhaps we need to pull the handles in the order of the symbols on the tablets.
Okay, nothing in here. Let's see what's in here. Hello? Fucking rats.
This category is summer decay, just as the student summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Let's grab that. I have a hard time believing there's not at least one skeleton in here somewhere to get through the barricade.
Revelio.
Oh, hold on. There's different doorways here. Okay. There's a symbol on top, symbol on bottom. I imagine we have to pull the one for the symbol on top, then the one on bottom to open it. And I would be correct.
Keep going.
Of course it worked. Okay. And then...
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
Okay. Triforce. And then that one. Whole bunch of nothing. The Z. And that one.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
This is fucking messed up.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why
Revelio.
the student was so entranced with this place.
last one.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
It lied to me. It says it's 78 megabytes, but it's 57 gigs. How dare Steam? Yeah, so if you go through Steam, all that does is download the Final Fantasy 14 client. The actual game, yeah, is 57 gigabytes. It's pretty big. Okay, Seb's evil. He tells dad jokes, and all dads are evil. Hey, I'm about to be a dad. Does that make me evil? The cringe curse is real and powerful. That's fair. The head and shoulders joke was a little cringe. I'll give you that much.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Accio.
Yes, Trin is evil. I don't like this. I don't like where this is going. Relic contains abundant potential. Its possibilities could benefit not only wizard kind, but the world. But the dark sacrifice involved to realize its intent may be too great. Until we know more, please do not remove this relic. I feel like we're gonna take the relic.
Sebastian, the relic. Look. Could it be?
Let's talk, Sebastian.
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea, but we're here for the relic.
Oh, man. We should probably leave it. But I'm a Gryffindor. I ain't no pussy.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret.
Take it,
especially
good
from my
boy.
uncle.
I don't know, man. Am I a good boy? You're over here saying I'm evil.
Ominous.
Oh,
Sounds we
no.
kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Oh,
Hold on,
no.
both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
We have to be able to resolve this peacefully, right? I'm taking Ominous's side over Sebastian's for sure.
I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
No. Because here's what's going to happen, okay? Writing's on the wall. We just learned the Imperio spell. If we go against Ominous, odds are we're going to have to use it on him. And I am not doing that. This guy's already fucking suffered to Crucio by his own fucking parents. I'm not doing that. Yeah, let's talk.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Now I seem like a schizo because I'm going back and forth as a character.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, We're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Ominous is such a good guy. He just is. Best NPC by far. Actually, that goes to Deke, but best human NPC by far. Natty Ice is a close second.
What happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Revelio, tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I forgot that there's a chest in there. We gotta figure out how to get in there. Pause.
I never
Confringo.
Ominous. He just doesn't understand.
Man, if you decide to kill Ominous Griffey at any point, I'll have to hunt you down. But I just say he's my favorite NPC outside of Deke. Best Slytherin period, absolutely. Like, he is a realistic expectation or a realistic depiction of what like an average Slytherin would probably be. You know. Okay.
I need to find a safe way.
We need to put this on.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh, that is the wrong spell. I was like, what the fuck? That's what we need.
Lumos. Confringo.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Man, I just love that we're playing with fucking corpses. Hello.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
Uh-oh. Oh, well, if I may have fucked that up. Oh, well. Yeah, I'll just... There we go.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay. What are we doing here? What the fuck?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Ah, okay. There we go.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
And now we have a bridge. Now, man, H can't be blinded by power. Horrible joke aside, he's got a great moral compass and understand ambition and power come with responsibility. Otherwise, it will consume you. Leave it to a blind man to see what all others miss. Yeah. Place where I want it, so over the floating gap. Yeah, I realized that after a few attempts. Yeah, like Sebastian... like I said, I feel like he's a more accurate representation of Slytherin, the general Slytherin, than what we ever see in the books and movies. And... like... I blame that on poor writing, more so than anything, because... you don't hear about evil Hufflepuffs or evil Gryffindors or evil, like, Ravenclaws at all. It's always Slytherin because they're the house that, you know, focuses on ambition more than others, right? But, like, we know that that's not entirely true when we look at the fact that, like, Harry Potter could have very easily been evil. Because of how much power and responsibility he had, you know. And like, let's be realistic here. If every Slytherin was going to be evil, why the fuck would they not just execute those kids the moment the Sorting Hat was like, oh, they're a fucking Slytherin? Hello? No more dark wizards. Like, maybe I just have like the real solutions here.
Wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Damn it. Didn't mean to take that. I forgot I can't even use my broom. Not sure why I was trying. Honestly, it's not the ambition that damns them, it's really the blood raising that damns the house, as most of the pure blood families, and more importantly, all the Death Eater kids in the house. Yeah, which, like, if we're being realistic, the pure blood families that are raising their kids to
not know what had to be done to get this
believe that Muggleborns or half-breeds are less.
Oh no, this isn't
the
good.
fact that they're all in Slytherin is quite literally because of poor writing. Because we've very clearly seen in this game that Hufflepuffs can feel the exact same way, right?
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
And the Death Eaters kids all being in Slytherin, also poor writing.
Lumos.
Not quite.
No! I will
Well, we've been discovered. Ow. Ah, god damn it. That's not what I wanted. Pop another one of these, pop that. That's not what I wanted. Why did it go there? So weird. This is what I wanted. There we go. Okay, it's just the one that we have in period over there.
You'll not win here.
Boom.
Mind.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I can see that's going to be an issue.
Boy, what have you done?
saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
Could you not have used something else? God, like, the only reason it's unforgivable is because it's been misused in the past. I don't... Like, what makes that any worse than me fucking striking them down with lightning? Nothing. I'm gonna catch up on chat real quick. A lot just happened there. After all, you can pick your house. We saw that with Harry. So in truth, it's really just bad traditions that consume the house from the start of Slytherin to the finish, not its goals and aspiration. I don't think it's poor writing, more poor explanation. Salazar was the only founder that cared about pure blood. So the purebloods who care only want kids in Slytherin. And you can tell her the hat which house you want. So the way that it's always been, at least in my head, is... Let's say that someone who does believe in, like, all the things that Salazar Slytherin believed in is getting sorted, and they ask to be in Gryffindor. I feel like if the hat recognizes that their values are not in line with Gryffindor, it still sorts them into Slytherin, right? I think Harry was a unique situation because he, being who he was and his connection to Voldemort, could have been sorted into Slytherin very easily, but because of how he aligned himself and the values that he chose to pursue, was able to get sorted into Gryffindor. But it's hard to say, you know. I find smaller streamers better than bigger ones. I think a lot of people feel that way. Because, like, a lot of large streamers quit paying attention to their chat, and they don't communicate with people. Like, and sometimes it's hard. Like, if you've got tens of thousands of viewers, you're not going to get every message. Like, it's hard to do that. But, you know, if you are sitting at 100 viewers, odds are, like, 30 of them are probably actively chatting with you at a time. I feel like that's probably not that hard to at least try to keep up with. You probably still won't catch every message from someone, but you can at least catch most of them. I don't like we're being stripped of being involved in this when they let us fight in the fight. Even if we did the curse instead as a choice, that'd be better. Yeah, I disagree. Neville's family care about purebloods, and he ended up in Griffey. Yeah, I that's what I'm getting at, is Neville's values put him in Griffey. Whereas if a Slytherin actually values what he's taught by his parents, by pureblood, that, you know, mudbloods are evil, right, and less, and he tries to get into Griffey, that the sorting hat would not sort him there, is what I'm saying. Neville never cared about that, even though his family did. And that's proven pretty early on, too, because Neville and Hermione established a friendship super early on. I'm going to say he did the right thing. I understand the curses are unforgivable, but I don't know, like, society deemed them unforgivable. It's kind of stupid. I just don't think the hat would treat Harry special. I don't think the hat treated him special. I think that Harry, because of the fact that he was tied to Voldemort, but his values were in Gryffindor, he could have been sorted either way. But, like, this is all speculation because we've never been in a situation where, like, we knew the character of someone so well prior to them being sorted to sit there and be like, yeah, you know, the hat very clearly lets you pick your house, right?
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep
it would be
proving that to
one
my
thing
uncle, I will.
if we got to
He
watch
cannot banish me from my own
Malfoy
home.
get sorted and
From my
he asked to be in
sister.
It
Gryffindor,
might be
knowing
best to
what
let
we
him
know about
calm down a
Malfoy,
while.
right?
May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
At least we can assume if you fit into two, you can ask. Yeah, I think that's 100% accurate. Because I've said it before, Gryffindor and Slytherin, if we're looking at, like, the traits that make up most Gryffindors and Slytherins, are really not that different. It's intention. It's the moral compass, at least how the book lays it out. That is the big difference, right? My gear slots are full. Well, there's a shop right here, but I guess the person who runs it is hiding. Maybe if we wait. Will it let us wait? No, because we're in the middle of a quest. Okay.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
We're trying to de-escalate the situation, right? As a father, or not, he's not their father, but he's their uncle. But as the guardian, I would feel like whatever it took to save the child's life would be the right thing. Especially from a group of murderous people who have attacked this town before, and you know that they would have murdered her without question. But this is what he wants to hear. So we're de-escalating. I don't really believe this. The unforgivable curse thing's kind of weird.
Rashly,
whatever.
But he acted out of instinct to save Anne.
Out of instinct? With an unforgivable curse? This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately.
This is such a weird dynamic. Not just in this game, but in the world. This unforgivable curse thing. Like, Crucio's the only one that actually makes any fucking sense whatsoever. It literally is the only one that makes sense. And why I say that is there are other spells like Imperio that alter a person's mind. Fuck, you literally watch Harry, Ron, and Hermione literally alter the memories. Sorry, not Ron, but Harry and Hermione alter the memories of their families. Same fucking idea as Imperio. And the killing curse? Bitch, I can throw exploding barrels at people. That seems a little more painful than me fucking insta-killing them. The hell?
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Okay, can we... Yeah, we can wait now. I need to sell some shit. Where did the shopkeep go? Let's wait again. You're gonna make me go all the way to Hogsmeade? Okay, guess I'm going to Hogsmeade. We did hear from, what's her name? Poppy. Yeah, that was her name. We did hear from her, so we can continue her quest too. God, this game keeps me distracted with all the side content. Not a bad thing. Let's go to the Quidditch store. Oh, you said that you found the last place for us to go to. And it was... not Zonko's, not Hogsmeade Square, not Steepley, not Brudenpeck. It was not Zonko's. Ollivanders, not tomes. The fuck? Not Gladrags. Peacemaker, you told me where the last one was. The Quill Shop. Where the fuck's the Quill Shop? That's the tea shop. That's the candy shop. That's the broomsticks. That's the joke shop. That's the adult bar. Potion shop. Go towards tomes and look for the quill sign. Okay. Okay. I will do that. We need to sell shit first. I'm sorry, my pudding was in. No worries.
You're back. Nice to see you again.
Do you have a broom upgrade? No? Useless. We're actually gonna sell the purple unidentified one. Also, the issue is the guy isn't acting like a father. He's not worried for his nephew who's using dark arts and the trouble he can get into. He's written him off. Yeah, I mean, we saw that from the
Thanks
get-go.
for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Ever since Sebastian brought up that he was still trying to find a solution for his sister, he's been written off.
Revelio.
It's Cauldron Shop. It's a Hog's Head. Thumbs and Scrolls. It said Samar, go towards tomes and look for Quill Sign. Okay. There's tomes and scrolls. There's the cauldron place. Is this it? No, we've already been in here. This is someone's fucking house.
If it wasn't for my arrest, I should think I would take the village off.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Do we have a demiguise in here? No, wait a damn second. I thought I already had all the demiguise statues. I do have all the demiguise statues. The fuck?
Revelio.
Okay, am I missing the quill shop? Towards the tome place. There's no... I don't see a quill sign. I see a cauldron sign. Catch up on chat. He sees him and you are his lost causes, and truthfully, he did the moment he met us, right? He should be explaining why and guide him away from this path, right? Crucio and Avada makes sense, is unforgivable because Avada comes with the splitting your soul. I forgot about that. Harry Potter implies accidental or other forms of murder might not split your soul, but for sure Avada does because of the intent, and splitting your soul is unforgivable, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that brings into question, like, why someone else gets to decide whether or not splitting your soul is right or wrong. Obliviate is the worst spell and should be unforgivable. A dude uses to trick the entire wizarding world that he was something special, and as I recall, Obliviate doesn't have a counter charm, at least not one that works well. I don't think it has a counter charm, like, designed, but I think it implies in the books that if the truth is spoken to anyone that the spell has been used on for that particular memory loss, that everyone who has experienced it, like, regains all of that information.
It's no wonder
Revelio.
solve things every time you want to.
I think it's mentioned in the book. I could be mistaken. But yeah, I mean, that's my point, though. There's 1,000,001 spells that can kill people. There's tons of, like, memory altering and control spells out there. But I'm not seeing this quill shop. There's Ollivanders. I know you're telling me the truth. I'm just not seeing where it's at.
Revelio.
Sometimes it seems all right.
Revelio.
I'm looking for stray cats regardless. Okay. I guess like a group of them. Top of town, little shack. Okay.
Revelio.
It's not like her to forget. I swear on my mother.
There we go. Let me look on the map. Talking about right up there.
Revelio.
That's odd. It says there's a house right here. There's very clearly not. Honeydukes, Honeydukes. Okay. Okay. Oh, up there.
Revelio.
Not seeing anything. So we're looking for a group of stray cats. Man, I should have done a better job. Sorry, I know the name page, just not location. No, dude, you're good. Like, this place is easy to get confused in, for sure.
Revelio.
Like, you're trying to help me, so no complaints. I'm just... I'm not seeing, like, stray cats or anything.
Revelio.
Steeply and Sons. Oh. I think this is it. Ah. Yep. There it is.
Revelio.
Voila. These cats seem to stay close to the scribe chef's quill shop. Perhaps it's the feather quills that entice them, or perhaps it's the treats the owner often leaves for them. Let's go. We're still missing a collection chest, which... I mean, good luck on that. Shit. It's probably in that building that we can't go in yet. Because collection chests show up on the map. So...
I should like to retire.
odds are we just can't access it at this point. Let's think. Revelio and shop in the quill shop.
Revelio.
Talking about this. That's the only thing that pinged in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, never mind. No, you're good, dude. They show up on the map, so, I mean, we should find it pretty easily if we walk by it, but... I want to go finish up our current quest with Sebastian before we move on to anything else. So we need to talk with him in the Undercroft. I can't remember if we had... I think the fastest way is to go to the Dark Arts classroom. Well, that's all the field guide pages in Hogsmeade now.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Do you even comprehend how expensive that broom was? Breaking your own belongings is one thing, but that broom belonged to your sister, and I'll have you know that she is beside herself. Never mind that you could have died. No more broom racing for you, and I'd better not hear one more peep. Good day.
I love I love all the effort that went into this world.
Did you speak with my uncle?
Yeah, I spoke with him.
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
Yeah, let's ask about the crest.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
Okay.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this.
Yeah, something I never understood, why Dumbledore allowed Buckbeak trial to go on for so long instead of just telling people to F off. Something that, like, characteristically for Dumbledore, as I'm sure you also recognize, is he spent the bulk of his time knowing exactly what was going to happen, but choosing not to interfere in any way. And this is proven multiple times throughout the book that, like, even though he was not a, what they call him, diviner or whatever, he knew certain things were going to happen. He knew that Voldemort was going to resurrect himself using Harry's blood. And in the book, it even says that he had a look of, like, profound ambition or something like that when he found out. And it's, like, super overshadowed because of everything that's going on. But Dumbledore was a fucking mastermind. And the thing is that he knew when to intervene and when not. It just so happened that he didn't intervene in most cases, you know? Okay, we're gonna go back to Hogsmeade and meet with Poppy. I also think it, the Buckbeak thing in particular, was like a test in some ways for Hermione using the time turner.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howin for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in Plimpies.
I agree with Dumbledore a lot, but not in Goblet of Fire. After all, it's the only real time Dumbledore gets really truly upset with Harry and questions him unfairly. So in the movie, that he questions him unfairly. In the book, it's not like that. In the book, he's much more calm and collected about it.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are.
Sorry, I'm gonna
I do think
let
this
the
is where
cutscene
we'll
play out
find her.
first.
The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
Yeah, that sounds simple enough.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
Let me check chat. That was not part of his plan, and sure as shit didn't want him finding Dumble in that graveyard. I assume you mean Harry fighting Voldemort. I think the blood was more to do with giving Harry a way to live. Up till then, Snape is correct. I think Dumble was raising him for slaughter. The shared blood changed that. So here's my thoughts on the blood aspect. And that form of resurrection wasn't something he knew about, but again, speculation. He's a character written to be wise and vaguely explained so you can write things off. It's well done, but no solid evidence or anything. Yeah, like, so here's my thought process on all of it. I 100% think Dumbledore used Harry because Dumbledore knew Tom Riddle. Dumbledore knew how Voldemort would operate. When Harry Potter, the boy who lived and, you know, started at Hogwarts and everything, Dumbledore knew Voldemort had to kill him. Dumbledore, for a fact, knew that was going to happen. And I think Dumbledore had intentions that when Voldemort did come back, because he knew he would, because he knew about Voldemort sealing his soul into the Horcruxes, Dumbledore planned to deal with Voldemort using Harry essentially as bait. Now, where I think the events of the Goblet of Fire come into play and why I think Dumbledore knew what would happen is I think Dumbledore knew about how the resurrection would work. I genuinely do. Because we don't hear about any other spells or anything that can resurrect someone, right? Beyond the Resurrection Stone, which we know that Dumbledore had and knew the location of. The fact that Dumbledore knew that that ritual would happen, I don't think he necessarily knew for a fact that Harry Potter's blood would be what was used for it, but I do think it was like a genuine hope. It's like playing a game of chess, right? Like you move your piece one direction in hopes that the player reacts in a certain way, and Voldemort reacted the way that Dumbledore wanted him to. Because what that did is it not only made it possible to destroy the Horcrux, aka Harry, and allow Harry to still live, because Dumbledore knew that Harry would have to die in order for Voldemort to die. But two, it made Harry Potter someone that Voldemort couldn't just outright kill if every other Horcrux was taken care of. I think that because of that, Dumbledore had already had like this big scheme on how to take care of the Horcruxes. That's why he planned so far in advance with the Gryffindor sword and everything like that. And why he spent so much time with Harry, specifically talking about resurrection in terms of the Phoenix, really, is where that came into play during Chamber of Secrets. because Dumbledore knew that he was going to have to use the Resurrection Stone if his plan unfolded the way that he wanted it to. But like you said, this is all kind of like ambiguous speculation because the book leaves him so vague.
No,
but I think
it
that's
belongs to
such a
her.
good way to write
Keeping it will
Dumbledore
make
as a
me just
character.
as bad as the poachers.
Is to keep it that vague because you don't get to know for sure what he knows and what he didn't. It's just like the subtle things that they throw in there, like the fact that his eyes were gleaming with ambition after the Harry explained about the resurrection with his blood. Like, I don't know that he knew that it would go down that way. I think that when he found out that it did,
likely be in the heart of her den,
it-
which she will be keeping guard over.
it made
Might
him
also be more charred than anyone
realize
else, I
that,
imagine.
like you said, Harry Potter now had a way to survive. And two, I think that the pieces fell into place exactly the way that he was after. I think about this like a lot when I look back on the movies and everything, like how much Dumbledore just in the movies had planned out. But then when I think about like the big things in the book, I'm like, oh shit.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful.
I would
If she
dare
sees us lying
say
about, she might take it as a sign of aggression
that-
or food. We should stay on foot.
Dumbledore, because of how
One more
ambiguous
thing.
his
Let's
character
not agitate
was written
her.
into the books,
Goodness
is the
knows
most
she's been
well-written
through enough
character
already.
in the Harry
I'm
Potter
ready when
series.
you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't.
And,
followed
you know,
by
that
the
may not say
dragons.
much, because I actually don't think most of the characters in Harry Potter are well written. I mean, the traps for the stone in the first book were for training Harry and not stopping Quill, after all. You can
All
put
this
that
while
mirror
she
in
doesn't
Quill's
seem to have
office and he'd
spotted
never
us
get the
yet.
stone. Oh, yeah. And, like, honestly, I have no issue with Dumbledore having done things that way. Because even though the traps were deadly, it was like a controlled environment, right? Like, Dumbledore was never going to let Harry Potter die. Dumbledore was never going to let Ron or Hermione die. Everything was planned out to train them up. Now, let's see. We got to put Reparo on.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
But that that
I don't
scene
imagine the poachers fed her well.
in
And from a
Goblet of
distance,
Fire,
he probably
or
knows
the
exactly
in
what
the
she
book
did to her.
of Goblet of Fire when he
Aubergines love
covers that, it just
Oh, lucky for us.
for some reason that resonated with me the first time I read it. Same thing with in the same book when they are confronting Barty Crouch Jr. as Mad-Eye Moody. In his office, he has a, I can't remember what they call it now, but it's like a mirror that shows you your true enemies, right? And it shows Snape in that mirror, but it's kind of overshadowed by everything that's going on. And it was that moment that I knew for sure that Snape was on Harry's side. I do think he knew a lot, but what I think makes him work is he was wrong or just as clueless on some stuff, but he didn't need magic to predict much of what Voldy did. Voldy is a creature of habit. Dumbledore just read people plain and simple, the greatest magic of all, common sense. Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at. Like, between his knowledge of the magical world and then his knowledge of Voldemort, who, at this point in time, because, you know, Grindelwald was no longer in the picture, was Dumbledore's worst fear for the school and for the wizarding world, right? He knew Voldemort because he oversaw him while he was a student. He took an interest in him and knew that he had separated his soul into the Horcruxes. He knew that his intention was to live forever. And he knew what he would do because of being scorned by Harry Potter. He would come back and try to kill him like that. That's so obvious from the get-go because of who Voldemort was and how his personality worked. And obviously Dumbledore would know that.
Good thinking.
I do think he was great at reading people. And that helped out a lot. And he was good at planning things. Like, the moment he found out that Voldemort was unable to kill Harry Potter, he started making plans for Harry.
Quite. What was that?
Harry was the biggest pawn in the game of chess. And like I said, it is like a game of chess. You don't know what your opponent's gonna do, but you can make some really educated guesses.
Over here.
Wait here. I'll run ahead.
Whenever you're ready, I'll follow your lead.
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe.
I'm here to help you, Dragon. They're trying to fucking murder me.
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it.
Go ahead and spit your shit.
Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
She's making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that.
Ooh, we did it.
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there.
We're almost there, you say. Harry was Dumbledore's king. I don't know if I entirely agree with that. And I'm not saying that to have a dissenting opinion. Because your goal is to protect the king,
Why
right?
is every
In
bridge
chess,
here
the
broken?
king is the thing that wins the game and loses the game. The reason why I say that Harry Potter was kind of a pawn versus any other chess piece is because the pawn has the potential to become a queen, which is
Now,
the
if
strongest
we
piece
just
on the
return her
board,
egg,
right?
We can hopefully make
Hermione,
it without too much fuss.
if we're just talking about like Dumbledore's warriors, if we want to look at it that way, Hermione was already a queen when she came in. Her aptitude with magic and her willingness to study and train herself made her the queen. Ron was, and I think it's so poetic that he rode the knight as, or in the Sorcerer's Stone, because I consider Ron to be a knight. He is an expendable piece in Dumbledore's mind, but he is one of the most valuable on the board as well. But then that brings into question who's the king at that point, right? Sorry, I'm gonna watch this and then I'll explain.
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
We're gonna still think about dragons, because dragons are fucking dope.
I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntel Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Okay, we'll leave. That's fine. All right, this is a good chance for me to read. Yeah, and chasing the king leads to many a defeat. Absolutely. I like chess, so this is a fun conversation. Voldy thought Dumbledore was king. That's why he becomes confident after capturing, but he was just a queen. A distraction. Voldy wins if Harry dies. He checked and thought he won, but it was a sacrifice, and in turn leads to Harry to checkmating Voldy. See, and that's why I think that Harry is more of a pawn than a king, because a king actually can't checkmate another king, right? And Voldemort would have been the king on his own board. The hard thing about like the metaphor, the way that I'm approaching it, is that brings into question who's the king. I don't think Dumbledore would have considered himself king, but realistically, I think he kind of was on his board. But like, it's such a weird scenario to think about it that way, because Dumbledore obviously, you know, died and was the sacrificial pawn, quote unquote, at that point. Snape would have been Dumbledore's rook, because rooks are designed to clear paths for pawns, and if we're going to view Harry as a pawn, at least in my version of the metaphor, Snape was there to clear that path for him. The bishop, I actually would put as Sirius Black, who who Dumbledore knew was an innocent man, and his father's closest friend. You could say the bishops are Sirius and Remus, and Mad-Eye Moody would be the second rook in that case. Second knight would actually be the Weasley family as a whole. But Harry doesn't checkmate, Neville does. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. If we don't put Dumbledore as king, which again, I would find it hard for him to do that, especially considering he died in his own chess game, then yeah, I think Harry would be king. It's just such a weird scenario. Actually, it's not that weird. I will go ahead and say Harry's king, because I play chess quite frequently, and like, I'm willing to put my king out in the front line a lot, because people get greedy and think that they have an upper hand, and they really don't when you've got all your other pieces. All right, quests. But I mean, we could talk about that metaphor all day. Okay, so we don't have anything else from Poppy. We've got, call it 25 minutes left. I don't think we're gonna start anything new on here. We may just hang out and chat for a minute before closing out the stream. Check our challenges. We've gotten our Goblin challenge done, so there's the tier 3 Goblin protection. We need to kill 65 more Dark Wizards. Yeah, we can make many working theories. Oh, absolutely. One thing I will say, regardless of what piece you view Neville as, he absolutely was the one who checkbaited by killing Nagini. Rolls. We could say McGonagall was king. Oh, I completely forget about her. I would honestly say that's accurate because of the, like you said, the fact that she wouldn't have given up. Plus, she essentially had control over every one of these pieces. Welcome back, Kiwi. I got Final Fantasy working. That's dope, man. Are you gonna do the free trial, or are you just gonna go ahead and jump into your subscription? What we can do while we're just chatting is get some of this map cleared out. Got no idea what to do. That's fair. If I were you, I would get registered for the free trial and do that, because that's 60 levels, and it's a long 60 levels if you're not doing a story skip of stuff to do, man. What I would do, and what I recommend to everyone, is the things that you should focus on are the main story quests and then your class quest about every 5 levels. The reason why you want to focus on your class quests is that a lot of them have abilities locked behind them, so you want to make sure that you have all your abilities to use when you're doing dungeons and stuff. But do your main storyline. There's a ton of side quests, and if you want to get like more lore of the world, feel free to do those. But if you're looking for just the main story progression and wanting to level your character to get to do like in-game content, do the main story quests, do your job quests, and you'll get that. That's like the fastest route, if you will. It's easy to get bogged down in all the extra stuff. Ask Peacemaker. He would know. Let's hop on our broom. If you get lost, in the top left corner of your screen, it'll have a little icon up there for your main story quest. If you click on that, you can actually track it on the map so that you can find where the next spot is. And when you have a job quest available, it'll actually appear below that, so you can click on it and find out where you go to do the next part of that.
An intruder!
Let's see. Let's go to this bandit camp. Dumbledore just has to be queen to me. Not only does he die, but he's the strongest piece / wizard. Yeah, like if we're considering that Dumbledore is putting himself in his own chess game, which I mean is fair. Yeah, I would consider him the queen as well. And if we do that, like in my metaphor, he's the queen, Hermione is another pawn. I just don't like that because Hermione has the strongest aptitude out of everyone in Dumbledore's army. They cut a lot of it from what I hear. Yeah, in A Realm Reborn, like through A Realm Reborn, it's about the same, but all the post A Realm Reborn stuff got cut a lot. It's not nearly as much of a drag. A Realm Reborn is the longest expansion, and Kiwi, if you're still here, I'm going to tell you, do not base the entirety of your opinion on the game on just A Realm Reborn. You're not going to do yourself any favors if you do that.
I've been fighting since before you were born. Was that your best?
Ow.
Glance off of me.
Nope, wrong spell. There we go. Renrock demands an update. Have you found it? Report back immediately. I mean, I think Hermione was his replacement. He got her for that as well. That's a fair point. That actually is a good argument for her to be a pawn, since the pawns are able to become a queen. That makes sense. How do you find the Lancers Guild? If the Lancer is the first job that you're doing, top left corner, click on the main quest that's up there, and then it'll pull it up in your quest log. There's a map button on that quest log that'll show you on the map where it is. The Lancers Guild is in Gridania, though. You have to go... If you're in New Gridania, you have to go into Old Gridania. And then the Lancer Guild is like in the very northeast of the map. Harry relies on her like he used to on Dumble. I mean, he gave her the time charm. That's, yeah, all accurate points. I agree with that entirely, that she was meant to be his replacement. Let's go over here and get this field guide page. I see. Thanks. You're welcome. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions. I love helping people get started with it because it's kind of confusing. Lovage Bouquet. This memorial serves as a grim reminder of the power of magical beasts. Years ago, a young witch was killed here by a Graphorn as she waited her true love. The love now returns to the spot to remember her and leave a bouquet of lovage, her favorite plant. Well, fuck. That's sad. What magical creature is this over here? One that we don't have. We're going up here. We haven't found whatever this creature is before.
Revelio.
Is the trial online or offline? It is online. So you'll be able to play with other players. Maybe we need to wait here. Maybe this is a creature that only comes out at night. Oh no, it's a moon captain. Never mind. So yeah, the trial is online. There are certain things you can't do. Like I don't think you can private message people. And I don't think you can join a free company or a guild. Until you are on the full game.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
But you can join other players' parties. You'll get to do dungeons with other players because you kind of have to be able to do that with other players. You'll pretty much get to do everything else. Damn, I underestimated this game. There's a fuck ton to do, man. It's so good. If you like MMOs, in my opinion, it's the best one out there. I know all the World of Warcraft Andes are losing their fucking mind by me saying that, but your game hasn't had good expansion in years. Dragonfly is the closest thing to a quote-unquote good one since fucking Mists of Pandaria. Alright, let's go hit this ball so we can get our Merlin trial.
Bombarda.
Go, ball, go. Ball, you did not go.
Confringo. Accio.
Okay.
Confringo. Bombarda. Confringo. Bombarda.
There we go.
Confringo.
Are you...
Bombarda.
Jesus, Pete. Alright, there we go.
Confringo.
There we go. Please just land in the hole.
Merlin himself would be
nice.
proud.
Where I was losing all its Andes. Yeah, for the most part. Like, you got people like Asmongold who are going to stay on there, right? And, like, there are several people who will keep playing it and buying every expansion. I've tried every expansion, just so we're clear. It's just, Dragonflight's the only one that even comes close to being good since Miss Pandaria. But yeah, most people have moved to either not playing MMOs until another one comes out, or they're all in Final Fantasy now. How do you equip your weapons? If you press the C button on your keyboard, I assume you're on computer. If you press the C button, it'll pull up your character. There's a weapon slot. It's the top left one next to your character portrait. That's how you equip those. There's a button, though, here. Actually, this is a good stopping point. I'll hop on Final Fantasy real quick, and I can show you. We're cool to stop here. We should save first. I'll show you a couple little tricks on Final Fantasy real quick. That way you can have an easier time starting out, because they don't explain a whole lot. Give me just a second and I'll get it pulled up. Now, do be careful if you end up buying the full version. You need to buy it through Steam. Don't go through the Final Fantasy website. If you do that, it's going to fuck up everything for you, and you won't even be able to sign in and play the full game. It's very confusing how they set that up. All right. Ignore the chicken costume. All right. Sorry, I was working on leveling up another class. All right, Kiwi. If you press C or whatever, if you're on controller, to go to your character stuff, each of these is your equipment slots. Now, something I recommend until you are at top tier gear, which will take you a while, this button right here will put recommended gear on, which will be your highest level gear, into every single one of these slots for you. So if you click it, and then click equip, you can see I've already got the best gear for this class on right now. It'll put on your best gear. So whatever you have in your inventory. Now, something else you can do, and what I highly recommend doing, is once you have gotten your favorite gear on, and you're looking to start going into multiple different classes, you can create a gear list like this. These are all gear sets I have. So when I switch over to Samurai, for example, it automatically puts on whatever gear I have saved. And then you can update that as you put new gear on. So I don't know why it's wanting me to update this, but that's fine. Make sure it's not doing anything weird. And then you can see on the right hand side of my menu here, I've got the ability to swap over to all my different jobs. And don't feel like you have to stick with one job to start out with. I've swapped jobs while I was working on the main story constantly. You can, once you get the ability to get another job, which I think is around level 20, maybe, you will get enough experience from doing the story quests and doing the dungeons while you're doing the story quests to level up 2 jobs. So I recommend finding like a DPS job that you like. So in your case, Lancer, if that's what you choose to stick with. And then maybe finding a tank or healer that you enjoy. That way you're leveling up 2 different roles. And when you get to the end game, you have a lot more flexibility when you're trying to get into raid groups. But hopefully that information helps, Kiwi. There's a lot to take in. And you're probably on a different data center than me, which is fine. Because I have a feeling if you tried to connect to the North American data centers, your connection would probably be garbage. But you can always message me in the Discord or put it in like the Final Fantasy section on there. And if you have a question, I'll be glad to try to answer. And obviously, like, if you're in chat while I'm streaming, you know, more than welcome to ask questions. You can change data centers. You can move your character to a different one. What I would recommend, though, like if you want to be in my data center so that we can play and the connection's not too bad, I would just make a new character since you're just starting out anyway. I'm in the Primal data center. As long as you're in that data center, it doesn't matter which server you pick. We'll be able to play. If you want to be on the same exact server as me, I'm on Leviathan. Leviathan's a pretty big raiding server, so that's where I ended up going. But if you don't want to start over a new character, you just want to kind of level up and do all your stuff, you can buy for a data center transfer. I think it's $15. At least that's what it used to be. That was $15 USD. I'm not sure what it would be in your currency. But yeah. Like I said, you are more than welcome to shoot me messages in the Discord, and I'll do my best to answer. Ooh. Party Finder's popping. See how many people are doing. Blind prog. See Peacemaker, there's another group doing blind progression on one of the current raids. Yeah, anytime, Kiwi. I love this game. I love helping people get into it. But we won't be doing any Final Fantasy content on stream tonight, at least. So I am going to close it out for the evening. Guys, make sure, if you haven't already, to leave a like and subscribe. Definitely go check out the Dubby store. Link is in the description of the video. I will be doing some sort of contest slash just group thing where anyone who buys Dubby will get to do a play with the streamer thing. I'll release more information about that here in a week or so. But no stream tomorrow night, but we will be live Monday, and we'll be back playing Hogwarts Legacy on Monday as well. But everyone take care, have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll catch you Monday at